Kia ora, I'm David Chaston with 90 at 9, brought to you by interest.co.nz. This week at Everything You Need to Know in 90 seconds at 9 o'clock, with news the death of their monarch in the UK will be grabbing all the headlines today. But the global economy is keeping calm and carrying on. Here are those economic events. In the US, jobless claims were lower last week, both from the prior week and what was expected. There are now 1.4 million Americans on these benefits and still hovering near its all-time lows. In remarks at a monetary policy conference, Fed boss Powell doubled down on outside rate hikes in bullish comments that reinforces market expectations that their September hike will be another 75 basis points. And the recent expansion of American consumer credit in July has come in at a tame level and well below what was expected, and well below the inflationary impulse, so a real decline. This is an indication that the Fed's high interest rates are working to suppress demand. In Hong Kong, Evergrande's local headquarters have been seized by its bankers, probably state-owned CITIC, after the struggling Chinese property developer defaulted on a loan and twice failed to sell the building. Across China, local governments are getting tough on developers who have stalled projects. Fire sales are about to happen there. In Beijing, they seem to have drawn a line under their exchange rate with the US dollar, working hard to avoid the ignominy of the Chinese yuan falling above 7 to the greenback. Their faltering exports and falling exchange reserves aren't helping. And the second quarter GDP data for Japan was released yesterday, and the economic activity came in better than expected. It was 3.5% higher than a year ago, when a 2.9% expansion was expected. And it was boosted by a strong pickup in private consumption and a faster rise in government spending. After its 50 basis point hike in July, the ECB raised them today again, and by an unprecedented 75 basis point. Policymakers also said that interest rates should rise further over the next several meetings. In Australia, the RBA governor has been speaking yesterday and left his audience with a dovish message, implying that their next rise might be just 25 basis points. These comments moved both rates and currency markets locally. He was expected to be dovish, but in the end he was much more than expected. And container shipping costs are now falling faster, down 5% last week alone. But the cost of shipping bulk cargo seem to have stopped falling and back to pre-pandemic levels. And the US Treasury 10-year yield starts today at 3.29% and up 2 basis points from this time yesterday. And the price of gold will open today at $1,710 an ounce and down $7 from this time yesterday. Oil prices start today $1.50 higher at just under $83.50 a barrel in the US, while the international Brent price is now just over $89 a barrel. And the Kiwi dollar will open today at just over 60.6 US cents, a little change since this time yesterday. Against the Australian dollar, we're unchanged at 89.7 Australian cents, and against the euro, we're also unchanged at 60.7 euro cents. That means our trade weighted index starts today at 70.4 and the same as this time yesterday. Get more news affecting the economy in New Zealand from interest.co.nz. Kia ora, I'm David Chaston. That was 90 at 9, brought to you by interest.co.nz.